Hi friends, welcome to Sheryl, the brow phenom.
She makes you feel alive.
What I'm about to do now is we're going to give her a brow wax. I use sensitive skin wax for everyone. And that's best just to avoid any irritation. And it gives you a nice clean wax. So first what we're going to do is brush them up so that we can see the areas that we need to trim. So you can get them in a nice straight line. Come on this side. So yeah, to get precision and to not overuse the wax and to keep it isolated in the areas that you want, I like to use toothpicks. I always keep the temperature of the wax at a medium temperature to avoid any burning or excessive irritation. Now start in the middle. Just so we can get a nice clear strip in the middle, and it removes that unibrow that some people may or may not have. Waxing is an exfoliant, so typically what happens when you have hair removal is that area will naturally lighten because all of the dead skin has been removed from wherever the wax is. Now next, instead of doing underneath the brow, I go on top first. And that's as needed. Every individual does not need to have their brows waxed above it, but if you see that there are some hairs there and you want to, then you do that. If you notice I'm not pressing a lot, it's usually just one swipe across and then we remove. And then you do the same on the other side. If you start from the bottom, what may happen is you will lift the brow a little too much, and then you'll find yourself trying to go back and forth between the two to correct them. So now I know that they're even on both sides. So now I can work on whatever I need to do at the bottom and underneath the brow. And then brush them again so I can clearly see the areas that I want to take care of. And when you do it this way, you can see that one area of her brow has a little bit of less hair than the other. So if we're trying to let that grow back in, then I won't remove in that area so that we can keep a nice full brow. So I like to start on the one that I know is going to give me the most challenge first, which is going to be this one. And you can always ask your client how they feel as far as the temperature of the wax goes. And what do you think, Kai? How's that?
Feels good.
Okay. So now you have a nice clean line. I'm going to do the same for the other eye. I'm using non-woven muslin because it really catches the hair and the wax so that you don't have to continuously try to go back over the area. So now that that's complete, we'll go back And this is some aloe. It has a little bit of spearmint in it as well too. But we don't stop there. Could she leave and have her brows like this and they look fine? Yes. But we're also going to fill them in, which I do with every one of my clients. And they've come to expect that, because when I don't, they ask me about it. So I say, okay, you want them filled in? And they do. So once again, I'm going to use a shade appropriate highlighter, which is typically a shade or two above their natural tone. And then we'll blend. I like to do that underneath. And we'll use a brow pomade in this shade of dark brown. You don't ever use black on your eyebrows. There are various shades of brown so that you can use to highlight them and to fill them in. And again, it's a nice light pressure. All we're doing is going over the shape that she already has. Pressing lightly and then going back through to blend it until you see the color start to manifest. So we're not drawing, we're just shading, giving the illusion that the brow is fuller and thicker than it actually is. And then again at the end, if you can go back through with your highlighter brush, make any corrections that you need to. And we're done.
She makes you feel alive.
Okay, friends, make sure you like and subscribe.